Why do most people fail to save money? Even when we plan, cut expenses, and set budgets, it just never seems to add up.
That's a good question, Alex. And the short answer is, most people don't actually lose money. Their money simply loses value.
Wait, you mean like bad spending habits?
Not exactly. I'm talking about inflation, the gradual rise in prices over time, which quietly erodes the purchasing power of your money. Every year, that same dollar buys you a little less than it did before.
So even if I'm saving, I might still be losing money.
Exactly. Imagine you keep $10,000 in your savings account for a year. If inflation is at 6%, your money's buying power drops by $600. You still have $10,000, but it can only buy what $9,400 could have bought a year ago. It's invisible, and that's why people rarely notice it until it's too late.
That's kind of scary. So what actually causes inflation in the first place?
There are a few main drivers. Let's break them down. First, we have demand pull inflation, when consumer demand exceeds the supply of goods and services. Think of what happens during a major holiday sale. Everyone rushes to buy, shelves empty fast, and sellers raise prices because demand is higher than supply. Second, cost push inflation. That's when it becomes more expensive to produce goods. If oil prices rise or workers demand higher wages, companies increase their prices to maintain profits. And third, monetary inflation, when there's too much money circulating in the economy. If central banks print excessive money or keep interest rates too low for too long, people have more to spend, but production doesn't keep up, so prices climb.
So printing money doesn't actually make people richer.
No, it just makes numbers larger. If everyone's income doubles overnight, but the price of everything doubles too, no one is actually richer, only the currency is weaker. That's what happened in places like Zimbabwe or Venezuela. When governments printed too much money, prices skyrocketed, bread cost billions, literally. That's hyperinflation, when trust in money collapses.
So, bringing it back to everyday people, how does inflation make it harder to save?
It's simple math, Alex. If your savings grow slower than prices rise, you're moving backward. Let's say your bank gives you 4% interest, but inflation is 7%. That's a real loss of 3% every single year. Your balance looks the same or even slightly higher, but your buying power keeps shrinking. That's why people feel like they're running on a treadmill, working, saving, but not moving forward.
That actually explains a lot. So what can someone do about it? How do you beat inflation?
You can't stop inflation, but you can outpace it. That means investing your money, not just saving it. Assets like stocks, real estate, index funds, or even businesses tend to grow faster than inflation over the long term. The idea is to put your money into something that creates value, so as prices rise, your investments rise too. Keeping cash is like holding ice cubes in your hand. No matter how tight you grip, it keeps melting. You have to put it somewhere cold, somewhere it grows.
That's a good metaphor. So inflation isn't just about prices, it's about movement.
Exactly. Inflation punishes stillness. If your money stands still, it loses power. If it moves, through productive investments, it grows. That's why the key isn't just saving money. It's preserving its value by understanding how the system works.
So in a way, inflation is a test of who understands money and who just holds it.
Well said. And most people fail that test because they think in nominal terms. How much money do I have? Instead of real terms. What can my money buy? Once you start thinking that way, your entire financial mindset changes.
That's powerful. So to wrap this up, saving is good, but saving alone isn't enough. We have to make sure our money grows faster than prices do.
Exactly. Money that doesn't grow quietly disappears. Inflation doesn't shout. It whispers, but over time, that whisper can empty entire wallets.
Dr. Reed, that might be the most elegant way anyone's ever explained why my coffee costs more every month.
And why your savings should be working harder than ever.
That was the Modern Money Talk. If you learned something today, share this with someone who still thinks